yoga mat, because I want it rolled up. This is the, I'm broke class today.
Probably need to adjust that camera.
Yeah. I'm like, I know it's, oh, I did put it up. Look, I actually did put it up where it goes. No way. But yeah, so I've been doing these exercises to help my back because it has been squawking, right, for a while. So I'm just like going, okay, let's just not do this anymore. Oh, look, it's the Sheryl show. Woo-hoo. Oh, sorry.
It's been a minute. We used to do stuff together all the time.
All the time, right?
All the time. All through COVID.
So we're gonna start standing up.
Mm.
I won't even play your music.
Oh, how fancy.
I know, right? So you're gonna need your rolled up mat on your mat.
So it's on my mat.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put my right heel on the mat. Soften the front knee.
Oh, that's nice.
And then just push your hips underneath. And then you just like hang out. And people online are like, they're just standing
They're just
there.
standing there.
But this is a wonderful stretch of that hip.
Yeah,
flexor.
it's here and it's
It's linking it out your back. So I think we talked about this, that when our hip flexors are super tight, so Pam, don't lean back. Yeah, stay up. It's more, Pam, like, it's this action.
trying to tuck your
Tuck your butt, basically. That down low gets crunched because your hip flexors are making your pelvis anterior tilt. Great switch.
And if you straighten your, like, it's good to have it up. But I can straighten my knee a little bit and get a
Yeah, you're like
more.
So when you tuck, man, it's like a row, and it's not in a bad way. Like, there's no pain.
No,
And that's what I'm all about, no pain.
not really.
But I like having my heel supported first before we go any further with this one. And switch. All right, so this time, foot goes flat on the floor. Soft front knee, the same thing. You should be able to like, get there easier now.
Definitely need that something.
Yeah, because if you lock out, it kicks your hips back.
Follow. Make sure that your feet are not on a line, right? And have a little space between feet, shoulders, width.
Not on a balance beat.
Yeah.
And
I was gonna say that, but I didn't know.
oh yeah,
I suppose everybody knows what balance beams.
or tight, balance beam, tightrope was the other one, or pair of skis. Those are the three things. Like, I'm like, people don't know those three things. I have other stuff. I think tightrope everybody knows.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't have as big of a stretch now. Like it's kind of should be going away a little bit. So stand up. Just move your hips a little bit. Does it feel a little better? Like things a little looser? That's the
After the initial,
yeah, you have to like shake it out and go, okay.
now it's better.
So the heel's gonna go back on the mat, but I wanna have my toe turned out. Right? And again, soft knee, like a warrior pose in yoga. Tuck the butt, soft knee up front. And I wanna think about this hip, open up.
Oh,
Yeah. Now, bring the shoulders back to the front.
Oh, there it is.
Okay. I mean, we can do warrior pose, and it's not about your arms. This is all about focusing. So when I add the arms, sometimes I lose focus downstairs, and if we're trying to
Because
fix
you have a lot of things going on.
yeah,
You need to keep.
yeah. Like I can feel my butt right now going clench. And come up, switch. Again, make sure your toe is turned out. That's kind of like a big thing. So once we're here, it tucks under, and again, open the hip. So your glute has to tighten up to open the hip. That's right, you push it that way. There you go. Because it wants to go like this.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was thinking about these things.
I know, so
Like it's tucked, it's this way,
right.
and that way.
So you're tucked and you just squeeze to do that. And come up. So if we were in the first position, we'd have to squeeze our glutes. It's the same concept, right? All right, foot goes on the floor this time, toes turned out, and again, open the hips. And bring your shoulders to the front.
That's exactly.
Yeah, it's like all the stuff. So sometimes when we think we should be like stretching our back because it hurts, if we work it a little bit in the right way, And again, make sure your twitch is tough. Squeeze the glutes, fix the shoulders. There you go. It doesn't hurt, does it?
No.
Isn't that weird? Like, because when I was first, like, when I fixed myself, and I was like, oh, this is so bad. I was kind of afraid to do some of these things, and all I went up. And come up. And again, you have to like,
Yeah, let's shake it out.
so I'm tucking and then shaking, because then I can feel that little rack go, oh. Does it feel any better?
It does, it's.
So, I know this is gonna be awesome. Tuck under, just, this little.
Yeah.
Can you feel through here where it's not happy?
Yes.
Can you move through it without going, oh gosh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so every day, all this stuff, right? Yeah, you gotta come find the wall. Most of my wall is up front. Do you mind? She's like, I'm serious, Gene. No, you could do the back door.
Yeah, or I'm not really.
Yeah, I really don't have walls that bare. What are we doing? Or we're going to stand next to the wall. And I don't have a lot of space between me and the
And
wall.
I can't see the window at all in the video, so you know from the window back. See.
Okay, so I'm gonna step away from the So my arm is here in front of me. So go ahead and lean up against the wall with your shoulder, right? So your arm's supported. It just has to be kind of out of the way. If you kind of hold onto your shoulder, and then again, your right hand holds onto you. Can you just hold it across your body? Just get it out of the way. So you don't have to pick up your shoulder, right? So once we're here, I want you to relax and put your hip little top in. I know, top in goes to the wall. So there's a little bit of a rotation. And then breathe.
Yeah, breathe, sure.
So this stretches your vagus nerve that runs.
That's the one.
So we always try to put good side to the wall first. So it's good side or bad side?
Today it's my good side.
Right.
When it started, it was not.
So think about tuck your tush, don't let it kick up. Come up, we're going to turn around. And again, put your knee on the wall. It's like, oh, I just want to go. Right hand goes on the wall.
It doesn't want to go.
And then you have to try and relax.
Yeah. While you're squeezing.
So the only thing I'm really squeezing is my glutes.
Yes, I bet this happening.
Yeah, but I'm trying to relax my rib cage and my hip onto the wall.
Oh, yeah.
And come up. And again, shake it out a little bit. Is it getting any better? Like things are like, oh, we're happy. All right, now we're gonna go to the floor. We're still going to use our little mat. Now you all understand why when you were doing all easy good stuff, right? And I'm like all modified. This is why, because I can actually do things without killing myself.
Oh, my poor knees. They said what?
Let me turn around. Well, you get to turn around so you can see how that. So I want to put my knees on the mat. And I'm just going to stay upright and sit back. So legs are straight. And then I'm going to talk about you do the little rattling thing, like right above your toe. Does that hurt?
No.
So it's a very modified child's pose.
Yeah.
Or shell pose. So keeping your tush tucked, drop your chin, and it just kind of increases the stretch. And you really have to concentrate on keeping the tush tucked. Can you lower to your forearms? I don't know if I can get that low. Oh, right. So I'm just trying to round my spine and open up my shoulder blades. And we're going to go all the way back up to a kneeling position. Sure, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Can you get through it though, without going?
Yes.
Right? So we do this, our little back bend stuff, right? What I liked about that is sometimes you have to have support. I don't have my blocks with me, but that's okay. Because it's more about staying up. Tuck your butt first. You probably don't have much of a stretch now in your hip flexors, right? Because we've already stretched. As, hey, look at Pam, she's already got it. So thumbs on your waistline. Lift your chest and look up. Make sure your twist is top. Rock your shoulder blades down in your back. Does it stretch your back?
No.
Can you feel your belly stretch?
Yeah.
Perfect. And it's up to you where you go. But I don't want you to like rock back. I just want you lifting your chest to the ceiling and supporting your waistline basically with your thumbs. Pushing those hips forward. And come up. Nice and easy. Without getting dizzy. Yeah. How you feeling? You alright?
Yeah.
How's your shoulder doing right?
Yeah.
So you should feel like things are like, we're getting better, right? We did this stretch last week. We're gonna be using this one minute. So 90 degrees, everything, and again, tuck your tush. Goes right in that quad.
That does.
You really shouldn't feel much hip flexor because we've been stretching the heck out of it. Now we're stretching the quad. Put this forward. Keep your tush tucked. Oh, I know. This is what I'm like, it'll be okay.
I had like a muscle fiber twitch or something as I was going in.
Yeah.
And I went, oh no, but nothing happened.
Yeah. Yeah, this is all like slow motion stuff. And we're gonna switch.
Yeah, that's why I can't say no to this.
Right.
It's my knee.
So 90 degrees to start with, tuck your tush, let your quadricep go. Okay. It's just weird how it's the front of your body is tight, we will stretch on back.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, try to keep your touch up and just sit in the
Although
elbow.
that's what hurts.
Mm-hmm. And you're like, oh, this must be so tight.
Yeah, I must do something.
Yeah, and if you stretch the other side, it goes better. Yay. All right, so I'm going to put that. So Pam, it's up to you. You can put it under your ankle, right? And that way you can push down into it. Does that make sense? Because we're going back to that kneeling position. Or you can have it under the top of your feet. Like push it instead of letting it cradle under your
Under your
ankle, put it under your
the tops of your.
yeah, your forefoot. Right? So when you bring this forward and tuck your butt at 90 degrees, you already feel a bigger stretch. Yay! Pam's like, okay.
With help of my props, I can.
Honestly, that is
Yeah.
slide the foot forward, and again, keep this tucked. Like that. Roll your eyes in the back of your head. I know. You're thinking, but I switch all the time. I'm not good at it. All right, switch. 90 degrees to start with. Oh, I'm just, and I'm like, seriously, this is all I did. So we can get our pelvis to sit in neutral instead of that anterior tilt. Our back will never hurt,
Right, never.
ever. We do dumb things all the time.
And I'm like, the only thing I can think of is there's two laundry.
Yep.
And I have a very narrow laundry room between the washer and the dryer. So I'm picking up wet laundry to bring it over to the dryer. And I do it super careful, but apparently,
Yeah.
it just does not.
So lean into it a little bit, keep your toes tucked, all this stuff. All right, so now we're going to our back, all the way down. And again, you might want to keep your hand again, rolled up and going to turn it so it's a little bit. Yeah. So the fun part about this is you get to lay flat on your back for just a second. So your hands now that I'm
Prerequisite.
I know fans. So once you're down, just relax. It doesn't matter what's happening.
I have a cooperative ponytail placement.
Right? It's like, oh, there it is. So relax your navel, relax all the stuff in the middle, right? I know this is gonna sound kind of weird, but does it feel like where your tailbone is in your, I'll call it the middle butt? Like, can you feel it and then feel it arch? Like your hips are popped up a little bit?
Yeah. Yeah.
So drive your back into the floor now. That's neutral.
That's neutral.
That's neutral.
That's not what my abs say.
What do your abs say? Are they working?
They're like, push,
Yep.
do this.
Yep, your abs have to activate for your back to be, your pelvis to be neutral. And that's what I talk about. So when we're standing, so if you flex your feet, arms down to your sides, palms face your legs, that's good posture. So this is how you practice good posture. Does it feel like you're tucking your butt?
Yeah.
Yeah. All the silliness. So if we practice this every day, but you can't put on a bed because you squish down into it, right? But now you feel all your belly muscles activate, and does it feel like you have less pressure in your back?
Yeah.
Ta-da! I know, it's all the dumb stuff. All right, so I'm gonna take our, and this is pretty rolled up. It doesn't go underneath my waistline, it goes more where that pressure was in my tailbone earlier. I want to press, so I'm supporting myself first of all with my feet and everything. I want to push my low back into the floor.
Yeah.
And one leg at a time, keep pressing down. So we're just stretching your hip flexors again in a different way. And they shouldn't be screaming because we're not there. You've already been stretching. Can you take your mat just a tad bit lower? Push your back down first.
Okay.
I know, it feels like you're like,
I'm like, I can't figure out which way to go. Wait,
there you go. That's it. And then we'll do that. And you have to keep squeezing down. So now your abs are really working.
Yeah.
Because we want them to, we go, okay, this is what you're supposed to do. Relax your neck, relax your face. Because it wants to hunch up.
Yeah.
But if you get these muscles, like when you touch your abs now, like I know some of us are a little fluffy, but you can feel like, oh, I'm solid. Like things are working. Go ahead and bring one leg in at a time. Give yourself support. Move that mat from underneath you. Put your back down. So keep your feet on the floor. So first question is, remember when I asked you if it felt like your hips were popped up? Do they feel popped up right now?
No.
Right, so they're more sitting in neutral. So keep that neutral position as you move from one leg at a time. Does that feel easier to stay in neutral?
Yeah. But my abs are still like engaged.
But they're not like,
But they're not like,
oh my God, I must hold on for dear life. Right, because we've stretched out the front of your body, and that allows your pelvis to get easier into a neutral position. So things aren't having to work so hard, they're not fighting against each other. All right, so bend your knee, right? So this is not about, oh my gosh, I have to like do super hard stuff. Shoulders stay on the floor, and I'm just gonna take my knees over to the side. My legs are wide, by the way. And then I'm relaxing. I'm not pushing, I'm just letting gravity do its thing. End up with a stretch along that left pelvic crest. And we're going to switch sides. Can you still feel your abs engaged?
yes.
And again, now it's on that right pelvic crest. That's the side that's been happening. So you have a big stretch or a little stretch on the front.
Here?
On your right hip. Do you have anything here?
So I have a little.
So look where I'm pointing. So this is the top of my pelvic crest. So it's not down in your thigh, it's up top.
Yeah.
And across.
Yeah, well, I can actually feel it more here.
Okay. And switch sides. So make sure your feet are wide. Oh, take your feet wider, like on the edge of the mat. And then over. So that internal rotation happens. Now that left knee, I want you to push it towards the mat. Can you feel around here now? Yes. And let's go to the other side. Again, feet are wide on the mat. Find the stretch first. And then push that right knee down. Like this is my bad side, and I can actually like add extra pressure to it because I don't have any pain. Come back to the center. Make sure your hips are in, your pelvis is in neutral. Notice I'm saying pelvis, not hips. It's your pelvis. Your hips are the joint. Your pelvis is one big structure, right? So think about your whole pelvis as you straighten your legs. Because it's not really your hips that pops up, it's your pelvic crest that pops up. You should be able to feel your abdominals still.
Yes.
But your back's a little better into the floor.
Yes.
All right, feet go back to the floor. And you're gonna grab your little mat again. And what is that thing called? Where the table's off kilter and you put a little thing under it. What's that called?
I think you would say cattywampus.
Yeah, but
No.
when you fix the cattywampus, right? What's that?
Leveler?
Yeah, basically putting the mat, I'm having trouble with words, just barely under your tailbone, so when you bring your knees up, it supports you a little bit, like it braces you.
So behind.
Yeah, so too far up. Go ahead and pick up one knee, and it should like make your pelvis tilt. So I think you're too far still. Go towards your legs. There you go. Now try it. Oh yeah. So it gives you just a little. Can you bring your other one up? And it should give you a little support about keeping your hips up without having to work too hard. And now our back is definitely pressing into the floor. Pulling your navel in. So I'm going to do whatever side hurts, do the other side first. Like do your good side first. So I'm going to do my good side, and I'm just going to point my toe to the ceiling and press my back down. Can you feel your back stretch?
Yes.
Because your tailbone is way tucked, and you're not having to work so hard to do it, even though your abs are firing up right now. Bend your knee. Easy with the bad side. Can you feel your back go, oh my? But you also feel your hamstring now as well.
Yeah.
And I'm really thinking about keeping my abdominals tight, supporting my torso. Bend that knee, right leg. Is it better this time?
Yes.
How you doing, Pam?
Okay.
I didn't forget you, I promise.
That's all right. I'm listening.
Left leg? Is that side better?
Yes.
I know. It might be
Better
this.
than before.
Right. And that's what we're comparing to. And you need right leg. Can you feel more of just your hamstring than your back?
Yes.
Perfect. So your back's going fine. Final stretch. Bend your knee.
And calf muscles, I can't.
Left leg. So I can still feel my back pull, but it's not yellow.
Yeah.
It's actually a stretch now. Bend both knees. Going to hold on to your knees. And I'm literally just hugging my knees in towards my chest. I'm not trying to pick up my tailbone, by the way. I'm pulling into my body. So what happens is we try to do this like pulling roll up thing, and then our back is like not happy. But this actually feels like you're pressing your back into the floor, and it should go, oh, wait a minute. All right, so release the legs. Here we go again. Hold on to the mat to give yourself support. Right leg, your good leg, please. Switch legs. Go ahead and see and kick your right leg up with your left. Push your back down, tighten your abs. Take a breath. Easy exhale with flexing your your feet, pulling your toes. Push your heels. Oh my gosh. Now I can feel my back and the back of my legs go, oh wow.
Yeah.
Because it's a nervy stretch. And that's what we need to get to. But we have to do all this other stuff before we get to it, because otherwise we hurt. And then we don't relax into the stretch. We're going to point both toes. And again, inhale. Exhale, pull your toes down. Is that one better?
Yeah. I think about it.
Right? Now point your toes. I'm going to go ahead and bend my knees for a minute because I'm going to pull that mat underneath me just a little bit more. we're talking like a half inch. So I can push my back down a little bit more, and I'm really like lengthening out that lower spine. And nice and easy, straighten the legs. Toes are pointed. Now, do right foot, your good foot only, flex. So you know what it feels like to be kind of normal. Go ahead and point their good foot, left or back foot, pull. Now, depending on where you're at, depends on how much pull you have. Go ahead and add the right foot in. And I'm thinking about my heels pushing towards the ceiling. Bend your knees. Right foot on the floor, left foot on the floor. Again, push your back down. Right leg goes out, left leg goes out. And my toes are pointed. We're gonna roll the toes out so our heels touch in the same position. Keep pushing down and through your back. Pushing your baby toes towards the floor. Come back to neutral. Right foot goes to the floor as you bend your knee, then the left. Take the mat out from underneath you. And settle those hips down. You should feel very much in neutral right now.
Yeah.
I know, it's kind of crazy, right? Lengthen out the legs. So when we first started, we talked about those pelvic crests feel like they're popping up. Does it feel like they're more settled?
Yes.
So here's a trick. If you put your middle fingers together on the top of your pubic bone, right? And you drop your heels of your hands on your pelvic crest, they should feel kind of in neutral now. Like they should feel parallel to the floor. If you feel like your heels of your or butt of your hands or your wrists are popped up, that tells you that you're still in a anterior tip. But you should be pretty flat by now. All right, so to get out of this, bend your knees, feet on the floor. I want you to roll to your bad side. Opposite hand goes on the floor, push yourself up. Whatever hurts, go to that side and press out of the floor. Is that easier to get out?
And I kept rolling through it. Like
Yeah.
as soon as I started moving,
Yeah, you have to keep rolling through it.
I committed.
Because if you stop, that's when it goes boop, right? But if you keep a nice fluid motion, and I use my hands, pull through my knees, and no pain. What do you feel? Seriously. Like, can you move right now?
Yeah.
The problem with this is, do you have heated seats?
Yes.
Perfect. I know Pam had, are you all right?
Yeah. I'm
Okay. Tell me if you need help. Because that's what we do here, we help.
Well, and if you put that knee down and you tuck your toes under.
It's vertical.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Yeah. When it's in your head, sometimes I have trouble helping.
I know, I just have to wait there.
Let it get past you.
Then I thought, oh, I went over and got that phone. And it didn't happen. So I thought, oh, it's not gonna happen.
So yeah, like things should feel loose. So if you have seat warmers on the way home, turn them on. Because you'll get stiff. And throughout the day, stand up and do those hip flexor stretches that we were doing, and it will help. So now you have it on video. I know, right? But it took a good 35 minutes to do all that.
Yeah.
So it's not something that I'm like, I do this twice a day. Seriously. And now it's like I can do all this stuff without pain. Because you see me.
Yes.
Go, okay, hold on, wait a minute, I'll get to the floor. Yeah.
I wouldn't call it the old lady working